Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk on an interesting topic, which is an debatable topic by the way, which is ingredients to an extremely satisfied customer service. So why I have chosen this topic today is because on request of one of my special friends from retail industry, and second because this topic is also very close to my heart. It will reveal my experience in retail industry till date. So let's begin. So retail and business has undergone a fundamental shift in last few years, I would say. And it is also, I would say, there are few critical changes which has been embraced by the successful companies. They have become more of the customer oriented companies and they are more customer focused companies. So it is very important, and here we are there to understand why this makes any company successful, or why a customer service is very, very important, and what are the shifts or what are the changes which needs to be done by, or has to be implemented by any organization who wants to grow or who wants to become successful in larger run. So we all know that keeping loyal customer is lesser expensive, I would say, than creating or making or attracting new customers towards the company. And because these loyal customers are with you since long, they know you, you know them, you know their needs and likes, and they have trusted you since long time, and they have been attached or associated with one of the staff in the store or with the brand itself. And it is very important to retain them, because they are the people who are going to give you the long term business. They are the people who are going to remain loyal with you. They are the people who would be more trustworthy, I would say, than the new customers. So, and I would not say we don't want to create new customers or we shouldn't create new customers. Of course, new customers is very important for us to grow, for any retail industry to go, or for any company. But at the same time, I would say, remember, just creating new customers is much more expensive than retaining the old customers. And imagine if these old customers are still coming back to you, are still loyal to you, are still trustworthy. So imagine the revenue change which is you are going to see in your business. Because new customers, of course, they can be maybe one time buyer, or they can not be frequent buyers for like maybe 2 months or 3 months, but they will have the probability still to switch to other brands when they would find your competitors maybe better than you, or maybe because of a better customer service, or any sales or any promotions if a competitor brand is giving to them. So there is a high chance for the new customers to go there also in shop. Even after coming to you maybe for 2-3 times or 2-3 months or 4 months, there is a high probability that they can shift. But your loyal customer or your regular customer, they will always come back to you. What is going to happen here? Because they are trustworthy and you have built that relationship, that they will not go they will stick to you in any situation. They are going to come back to you even if they want some discounts, or maybe even if they have some things to ask, or they would know, because you know their needs and likes very well. And they would, nowadays everyone has money, but maybe many customers doesn't have that much time that they want to go and explore to new things, or maybe they would go to a new brand and find a new person whom with they can connect again and find build that relationship. So it's very important when you freeze and keep that relationship, when you create that bond with the customer, they will not go anywhere. They are going to come back to you only for anything. So it is very, very important to stick to your and make a note of their needs and likes, their lifestyle, their family. It is to that extent that you should know their the pet's name, you should know their children's name, you should know their anniversary, birthday. It just leaves a special touch to them, and these are the process to create and build a bond with your very special clients, or with the, I would say, the regular clients. And as I mentioned before as well, it is not easy to get a new client inside the store, and it is like 5 times expensive than the regular customers, to call regular customers. So when you are aiming to create more and more new customers, that's very good, but remember, not at the cost of the regular customer, because when the company starts losing the regular customers, then there is probability then your competitors will start performing more than you, because these customers are still going somewhere. It's not that they are not shopping with you, then they are not shopping anywhere. They would be shopping from somewhere. So we have to make sure that we retain our customers very well, and this is embraced by all the successful companies today. And for this, it is I will tell you what are the critical changes which has really been seen in few years. So let's start. So my first parameter or ingredient, if I have to say, to an extremely satisfied customer service is moving from reactive position to a proactive position, which as I mentioned, has been already embraced. These things has been already embraced by many successful companies. But what is moving from proactive position to reactive position? So let's understand this. So in early 80s, it used to happen in many brands, and one of the biggest brands even in abroad, or international brands if I have to say, where people and associate used to stay inside the store. They used to wait for the customers to come in, and then they used to do the transactions and make bills, and they used to sell clothes to them, and that was over. That was then and there. Maybe somebody would have just sold like around 20 shirts to a single client, and that was just the transaction which was used to happen. Billing closed, transaction closed, everything was over. Now the shift which has taken place is, or if it hasn't been still applied by many companies, then it has to be applied, or it should be applied to the companies to become successful, is move to a proactive position. Now reactive position, as I mentioned, was like an associate, once a customer comes inside the store, will rush to the customer and wish them and maybe ask them, may I help you, and ask them what they really needs in the store, or what they really want to buy and all. And what is now proactive position? Now proactive position is where the associate is just not standing inside the store and waiting for the customers. Of course he is or she is doing the operational activities, but apart from that, he or she has to be smart enough or has to be mindful enough that they are planning their day, they are planning their appointments accordingly, and they are going to, like, as per their shift. So this kind of associate or this kind of person, what they do different from other people is, they for every day, like if you give them a target for a month, they are going to divide the target maybe in the 30 or 31 days, and then they would divide that on each day, leaving their week offs, how much are they going to do and which customers are going to give them this revenue. So accordingly they plan their day, accordingly they call their customers. They are very precise, they have a very organized manner of doing sales. So these staff, what they do is, they are already proactive. They call the customers, they inform beforehand, they know which customers are going to see them today, they know which customers are going to come inside the store, and they also start preparing for those customers. They already start taking out merchandise which they feel that this customer would like. And the shift which has taken place now is being from reactive position to moving to proactive position. Now proactive position, here the people or the associates who are already at the proactive position, they are very what different they do in standing there in the proactive position. So they are the people who would just not be standing and waiting for the customers to come inside the store and then assist them. Of course they would be doing their operational energy inside the store, which means maybe their operational daily activities, maybe doing trainings, maybe doing foldings, maybe doing visual merchandising changes and all. But apart from that, this associate would be smart and mindful enough that they are planning their day according to their shift. So these people are very smart and very intelligent to meet their targets. So now what happens with them? This is directly related to the customer service. I'll explain you how. So if you give a certain target to an associate, now this person would divide his target with the number of days he's working inside the store. Now after that, he would see that how much target or how much revenue he has to generate every day in order to meet his week or in order to meet his month target. After that, this person, he would have a set of his own clients whom he knows that he can call in this month because his anniversary is there, his birthday is there, or maybe Mr. X is traveling somewhere in next month, so he may be would be needing some clothes for, and where is he traveling? So maybe he would need clothes for beach wear or resort wear or business travel, all these things. So this person is smart enough to jot down all those things, make a note of everything, and then he will start connecting to those clients. So as I mentioned before, getting revenue from your loyal customers and old customers is much more easier than getting revenue from creating a new customer. A new customer will be able to give the revenue, but that can only be maybe twice, thrice. But your loyal customer will always come back to you when you know then their needs and likes, and it has to be the relationship and the bond has to be that close that you should know their wives, their children, their parents' anniversary, the occasion which they celebrate, or when they do their travel, what do he like, what does he like, what does he wear, and what colors are his preferences and all. So this is what it is to be more proactive. Proactive is preparing already before even waiting for the customer to come inside the store. Now, a second spice to the extremely satisfied customer is moving from transactions to relationship. So by moving from transaction to relationship, I mean is that even in right now in many companies and beforehand in early 80s and 90s, it used to happen that people were all, even the companies and the staffs were just related to the customers as long as the customer was inside the store, and everything was just for a billing and everything was transaction based. So they were just somebody an associate would sell maybe some ties to a customer, maybe 10 or 20 ties, and make a huge bill, and maybe a suit with that, shoes with that, and the entire look of 4-5 looks for his business trip. But he will be very happy with that and he will close the transaction. But now this associate would never take a thing to ask the customer that why does he need suit, or what is the purpose he is buying for. Is he traveling, or is he interested in other colors? Is he also interested in seeing some more stuffs like maybe stoles or maybe scarves or maybe croche and all that? But this associate is very happy with just selling and making a big bill which he has, and then the thing was over after the transaction. Now the shift which needs to happen is building the relationship. Now here, if I say building a relationship, of course, as I mentioned before, that one has to be proactive to understand everything about his customer, to know his customer very well. And relationship, now you have to know about him. Of course, you have to know about his family. You have to know his birthday, occasion, anniversary. And apart from that, now you have to also know that when and why, what is the purpose if the person is traveling. If a customer comes to you and says that he needs shirts because he's traveling, so you should know that why and what is the purpose of traveling. Maybe if he's a business traveler and he's traveling for the business. Now imagine if you have given, without knowing, if you have given sold an extremely beautiful shirt of maybe like 30,000 to that customer, and this customer puts that shirt inside his suitcase and goes to a business trip and opens his suitcase to wear that shirt, and that's wrinkled. Now imagine. So that is why when you build a relationship, you would know he is going for a business trip. It means you have to provide him with a wrinkle-free shirt where he would go and just take out the shirt and wear it and go for his meeting. So these are the things which we have to take care, and which the changes has to be applied by the organization and the associates to build a relationship with the customer now. The VIP list of the customers is just an assortment of the little extra which we want to give, or the company wants to give it to the customer. But as I mentioned, that's not enough. Now if you want to see a big change in your business, or if you want to see a different change in a business and generate a higher revenues, we have to think about the customer led service. We cannot give service and don't expect all the customers to be happy with the service which you give them, like a free coffee, free parking, vouchers, some special promotions. For many customers it doesn't matter to them. For many customer, they don't care about the free vouchers which you give to them. Maybe they also distribute to somebody else. But of course that person is going to come back and shop to your store. I mean, if that voucher is given also to someone else. But imagine about your customer. What different or what special did you do to your customer? Now, by customer led service, I mean is, it has to be a personalized service. It is just related to your customer. It means the customer would and should know that yes, it is just for them, and you should make them feel that. It cannot happen, you cannot tell them that it is just for you, because just telling them is not going to do the justice till the time that personal touch is not there. So you have to make them feel special, and that is the most important part, and that can only come once you know their the lifestyle, once you know what they like to do even in their free time, and even what is their hobbies, and where do they travel, are they frequent travelers, or what do they like and everything, and what colors do they like. So everything about them, basically their personal and professional life both, in order to, and also these conversations, when you make these conversations with the customer, and so you get those things, you get those idea and the triggers that what generally the customer likes. So what is his maybe is something which he is right now planning to buy, or maybe something which he is right now looking for to apply into his business, or some colors he has really liked, and he is just thinking of buying a t-shirt or anything. So that can bring the change. That with those triggers you can give some specialize a gift for him, or specialize some service for him. I would say maybe some customer doesn't want to come to the store and shop at all. They would like to see the entire collection, but maybe they would expect privacy, or maybe they would expect a private area where or a lounge where they want to sit and shop and sip of coffee, and then two people just assisting them. So that is called personalized or customer led service. This is what you have to understand from them. What are their likes? And we should be knowing more than the customer, that what he should be wearing to the business trip, or to the wedding, or to any other occasion, because it is very simple to sell any black suit or any navy blue suit, and it is nothing different which you would be doing from other brands, because other brands, even maybe there would be more better fabrics or more better quality, I would say, of the material used, and while providing the suits, they may serve him more better than you if you talk just only about the product, and maybe they are more nicely priced as well. So what is different which you will be providing to this customer, so that it comes back to you again? So I think this was the great example which I gave you before. Imagine the wrinkle free shirt. If you are close to the customer, if you have built that bond, if you have that relationship with the customer, rapport with the customer, you would know that he is traveling for the business trip. So that is the personal touch, when you care for taking out a wrinkle free shirt and giving it to them. So what do they do and everything? So it is very, very important when you want to move from an very satisfied customer or unsatisfied customer to an extremely satisfied customer, then you have to build that touch. You have to give that customer led service. You cannot just depend upon your VIP list, or just giving the normal service which you are providing maybe to the another 100 clients. So the service, remember, as I mentioned, the service cannot be same, the special service cannot be same for all the customers. Even for top 50 customers it cannot be the same, and you have to be more, the organization has to be more customer oriented organization. We have to think, after putting our feet into the customer's shoes, we have to think why customer wants anything, and what are the different things which we can do to bring the customer back, and what are the things which we can bring with which we can get the customer's trust. Because when we do it once, when we gain their confidence, when we build that relationship, when we go close to them, they become loyal, they become trustworthy. These are the people who will never go to another brand. They will they will always come back to you. they will always come back to you. And as I mentioned, it is before in my just when I started, that it is very very important to keep these customers, because this customer will give you 3 times more revenue than the new customers. A new customer is very important to build, but it's not easy to keep all the 100 new customers shop and stick to your brand. That's not easy, because these 100 top new 100 customers would be frequent for maybe 4-5 months, but later on they may shift to another brand as well. Out of the 100, maybe you will be able to keep 3-4 customers who will become loyal in longer term. So for a long term revenue generating business, it's very important to sustain your old customers, make new customers, build new customers as well, but don't let your old customers go. So with this, I would like to conclude my topic on ingredients to an extremely satisfied customer.